This mini PC has great performance. It's AMD Ryzen 5. It has 32 gigs of RAM. So let's look inside and let's look at the ports, and then I'll show you how well it works for games and apps. Let's look at this mini PC. Comes with this SATA adapter if you want to add another hard drive. The power supply has a mount and screws which allow you to mount it on the back of a monitor or a TV. And it comes with two HDMI cables, a really short one if you have it mounted on the back of a monitor, or a longer one if you need it. The mini PC itself, it's actually kind of thin, very small and compact. You can kind of see in here the fan. Has plenty of ventilation for the fan. You've got your LAN port, two USB 2.0 and two HDMI. And then in the front, you've got USB-C and two USB 3.0, as well as your power button, and you have a CMOS reset. So let's go ahead and open it up. So on the cover here is the slot if you want to do a SATA SSD or hard disk drive. There are two slots for RAM. It is upgradable up to 64 gigs of RAM. Here's the NVMe drive, and then here is the slot for the SATA hard drive if you want to plug that in. It's very easily upgradable if you want to do that. So here's the computer all set up. I've got an external hard drive. It works nice. I like that the fan's on the top. Here's me logging into my Microsoft account, and here you see the specs are in line with what the Amazon description says. So it's nice. It's got Ryzen 5, 32 gigs of RAM. Really nice specs for a mini PC. First thing I always do is do all the Windows updates, and then I actually run a script to install software. So I'll go ahead and do that now. And here is the benchmark score after I ran it. So it's got decent scores on both the GPU and the CPU side. Now doing a benchmark to see how well this will work for gaming, you can see the frames per second right around 16, 17 frames per second. Not great for this particular benchmark. As far as actual gaming goes, so I am running Rocket League about 60 frames per second on top. That's the max. And then right now I'm running about 40 to 50 frames per second through the gameplay. So it's fairly smooth, but it kind of depends on how you are as a gamer. If you need it 60 frames per second or more, this hovers around about 50. With Fortnite, I'm getting about 50, 60 frames per second right now, 70. So Fortnite actually runs really smooth on this PC. And then I just tried some open source games for the fun of it, and it maxes out on frames per second, no problem here. And then I just wanted to see how well this would do for multitasking, so I opened up as many different graphics editors as I could. So GIMP, Inkscape, Blender, all ran really smooth, really nice, no issues, no significant lag or anything like that. This was sent to me so I could do this review, and I'm really happy with it. It's a great mini PC. It has great performance. You can use it as a gaming PC. As you saw, most of the games I ran fairly smoothly, but if you do run more graphic intensive games than I did, then this might be a bit of a struggle. This also might be a bit of a struggle with video editing. Now, when I've used this for video editing, it has worked just okay. As far as being a daily driver and running normal apps and browsing and multimedia, this works absolutely great. The thing I wish it had a biggest improvement on is it does have two USB 3.0 ports here, but in the back it's two USB 2.0. So this is basically good enough for an external hard drive and a webcam, but not more. It does have USB-C, so you can do a bit more with that. I wish they either added an additional USB-C or maybe make the ports on the back USB 3.0 as well. And honestly, they probably could have put some extra ports, which I always appreciate having more options, but that's just me. For most people, this is going to run fantastically. If you're a video editor or a gamer, it could work, but you might want something a bit more powerful. But overall, I'm really happy with this mini PC.